Jordan Peterson has gained widespread popularity for his critiques of political correctness and his discussions on the psychological significance of biblical mythology. One of his most well-known quotes is, "A harmless man is not a good man. A good man is a very, very dangerous man who has it under voluntary control." This quote speaks to the idea that true goodness does not come from passivity or harmlessness, but rather from the ability to harness and control one's own inner strength and power. Peterson argues that a truly good person is someone who has the potential to do great harm, but who has chosen to use that power for good. One way to understand this idea is to consider the concept of noble savagery. This term refers to the idea that humans have both savage and civilized instincts, and that the integration of these two sides is necessary for a healthy and functional society. A good man, according to Peterson, is someone who has both the strength and aggression of a savage, as well as the restraint and morality of a civilized person. This balance allows him to protect and defend what is good and right, while also preventing him from becoming a threat to society. Another way to understand Peterson's quote is through the concept of righteous anger. This is the idea that there are certain situations in which it is appropriate and even necessary to feel and express anger. For example, if someone is being unjustly treated or if a moral wrong is being committed, it is natural and healthy to feel angry. However, the key is to channel that anger in a productive and controlled manner. A good man is someone who is able to recognize when righteous anger is appropriate and who is able to use that anger to bring about positive change rather than letting it consume and control him. This idea of controlled strength and righteous anger can also be seen in the concept of the just warrior. In many cultures and traditions, the warrior is seen as a symbol of strength, courage, and righteousness. A just warrior is someone who fights for what is right and just, rather than for personal gain or glory. This requires a strong sense of morality and self-control, as the just warrior must be able to distinguish between justified and unjustified violence, and must be able to use his strength and power for the greater good. Peterson's quote also touches on the importance of personal responsibility and agency. A good man is someone who takes ownership of his own actions and choices, rather than blaming external circumstances or other people for his problems. This requires a certain level of self-awareness and self-control, as well as the willingness to take risks and face challenges head-on. In conclusion, Jordan Peterson suggests that true goodness comes from the ability to harness and control one's own inner strength and power. This requires a balance between savage and civilized instincts, the ability to channel righteous anger in a productive manner, and a strong sense of personal responsibility and agency. By cultivating these qualities, a person can become a force for good in the world, using their strength and power to protect and defend what is right and just.